Hello, my friend. Welcome to Daily English Podcast. This is Walter, and I want to pause before we begin and truly recognize the gift of your attention. Out of all the things you could be doing right now, you've chosen to be here, listening, learning, and giving yourself this time. And that in itself is already a choice toward growth. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered how much of your life is spent on things that don't truly matter to you? How often do you find yourself comparing your life with others or chasing after distractions that leave you empty afterward? The ancient Stoic philosophers who lived over 2,000 years ago thought deeply about these very questions. They believed that the way we use our time is the foundation of our happiness and growth. And today, I want to share with you 6 Stoic principles, explained simply so you can use them in your own journey of self-improvement. The first principle is about time itself. Time is the one thing we can never get back. Money can be lost and earned again. Objects can be broken and replaced. But every minute that passes is gone forever. The Stoics taught us to treasure time as the most valuable gift we have. Imagine a jar filled with stones. Each stone is one day of your life. Every morning you take one stone out. The jar becomes lighter and lighter. You can't put the stones back, but you can decide what to do with the ones that remain. When you truly see time as a gift, you become more careful with how you spend it. You start asking yourself, am I living today in a way that matches who I want to become? Am I wasting hours scrolling, comparing, or worrying about things I can't control? Or am I using my time to build, to learn, to connect, to grow? That awareness is the first step of personal growth. Not perfection, not reaching the end, but simply waking up and deciding, today I will try to live with intention. This is the opening door to all the other Stoic lessons, and it starts right here with the way you see your time. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoic wisdom is this: progress matters more than perfection. So often, we stop ourselves from moving forward because we think we are not ready, not good enough, or not perfect yet. Maybe you've had that feeling too. You want to start exercising, but you wait until you find the perfect plan. You want to improve your English, but you hesitate to speak until you think you can say every word correctly. The Stoics remind us that perfection is an illusion. Nobody reaches it, and chasing it only brings frustration. What really matters is progress, even if it feels small. Think of a tree growing in the soil. You never see it jump from seed to full tree in one night. It grows slowly, almost invisible day by day, yet with time it becomes strong and tall. Your growth works the same way. Every effort, every small action is a step toward the life you want. The mistake is believing that only big actions or perfect results count. They don't. A short study session, a single journal entry, a quiet choice to stay calm in a stressful moment, all of these are progress. The Stoic way is to measure success not by reaching some final goal, but by asking, did I move forward today? Even a little. This way of thinking frees you. You don't need to wait until everything is perfect. You don't need to compare yourself to others who may be further ahead. You only need to focus on your own steps, one after another. Over time, those steps create powerful change. Think of a river cutting through stone. It doesn't happen in a day, but slowly, with steady movement, the stone transforms. So when you feel discouraged, remember this principle: progress, not perfection. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to impress anyone. You only need to keep walking forward, little by little. This is how personal growth becomes real, and it's a principle that can carry you through challenges without losing heart. Another Stoic principle is learning how to manage negativity. Life is full of things that can disturb your peace: harsh words from others, disappointing results, unexpected difficulties. But the Stoics believed that our peace doesn't depend on what happens outside. It depends on how we choose to respond. Negativity is like smoke in the air. You can't always stop it from appearing, but you can decide whether you keep breathing it in or whether you open the window and let it go. Think about the last time someone upset you. Maybe they said something unkind, or you felt ignored, or you saw someone else succeed while you were still struggling. In that moment, negativity comes rushing in. But here's the truth: you have a choice. You can let it take over your mind, or you can pause, breathe, and remind yourself that their words or actions do not control your worth. The Stoics often repeated this line: "We cannot control events, only our response." This is not about pretending that pain or anger don't exist. It's about noticing them, allowing them to pass through, and not letting them grow roots inside you. Imagine holding a hot coal in your hand. The longer you hold it, the more it burns. Letting go may not be easy, but it frees you from pain. In daily life, managing negativity means not feeding every thought that appears. If you find yourself replaying a negative moment again and again, ask yourself, does this help me grow? Does this move me forward? If not, release it and turn your energy back to your path. The world will always bring moments of conflict or disappointment. But when you learn to keep your inner world calm, you gain strength that no one can take away. This is how Stoicism teaches us to live, not by avoiding storms, but by finding peace even in the middle of them. And that peace is one of the greatest tools for personal growth. We live in a world full of distractions: notifications, advertisements, endless videos, constant comparisons. It's so easy to spend hours chasing things that don't bring us closer to who we want to be. The Stoics, even in their time, warned against letting external noise steal your inner life. Their principle is simple: reject distractions and protect your focus. Imagine you're holding a lamp in the dark. If you guard the flame carefully, it will light your way. But if you keep turning toward every sound and every shadow, the flame may blow out. Your attention works the same way. When you give it away freely, you lose the chance to invest it where it matters most. What kind of distractions surround you each day? Maybe it's social media, where you scroll endlessly without even noticing the time. Maybe it's comparing yourself with others, wondering why their life looks better. Maybe it's worrying about things far outside your control. Each distraction takes a piece of your energy, leaving you tired without any real progress. The Stoic advice is to return your focus inward to your own choices and actions. You don't need to compete with everyone else. You don't need to follow every trend. What matters is asking yourself, what do I truly want to grow? Where do I want my energy to go? By choosing to say no to distractions, you are actually saying yes to your deeper self. Protecting your focus doesn't mean living in isolation. It means deciding that your time is too valuable to waste on what doesn't build you. When you live this way, you notice something powerful. Your mind becomes clearer, your goals feel sharper, and your days feel more meaningful. The world will always try to pull you in 100 directions, but the Stoic principle invites you to return to the center, to guard your flame, to walk your own path, and to let your attention serve your true growth. The next Stoic principle is about setting purposeful goals. Many people live by accident, moving from one task to another without asking why. But Stoicism teaches that growth requires direction. It's like sailing a ship. Without a destination, you may float for years, moving in circles, never reaching land. Purposeful goals give you a compass, a reason to act with intention. But notice the word here, purposeful. The Stoics didn't care about goals that were only about status or external approval. They cared about goals that matched your values, goals that shaped your character, goals that made your life more aligned with who you want to be. So ask yourself, what do I truly want to grow in myself? Do I want to be more patient? Do I want to speak with more courage? Do I want to take care of my body, my mind, my relationships? A purposeful goal is not just about achievement, it's about becoming. When you set a goal, you give yourself a clear path to walk. But don't fall into the trap of chasing too many things at once. A ship cannot sail to every port in one trip. Choose one or two meaningful goals and give them your steady energy. When distractions appear, when doubts rise, return to your compass. Remember why you started. This simple act of choosing purpose over chaos creates a sense of strength inside you. You don't need to prove your worth to the outside world. You don't need to copy the goals of others. You only need to honor your own values and live by them. Purposeful goals turn time into growth. They give direction to your days and peace to your nights. And when you look back, you see not just what you achieved, but who you became in the process. That is the Stoic meaning of setting goals. Not chasing everything, but choosing with care and living with purpose. Another principle is the practice of curiosity. The Stoics believed that growth comes from questioning, from learning, from staying open to new understanding. Curiosity keeps your mind alive. Without it, life becomes dull and repetitive. Think of a child exploring the world. Every rock, every leaf, every question is a chance to learn. As we grow older, we often lose that spirit. We think we already know enough. But the truth is, curiosity is the fuel of self-improvement. A curious mind doesn't ask, "Am I smart enough?" It asks, "What can I learn from this moment? How can I see this problem in a new way?" When you bring curiosity into your daily life, even ordinary moments become lessons. Standing in line can teach you patience. A difficult conversation can teach you listening. A mistake can teach you humility and resilience. The Stoics encourage us to welcome life as a teacher, and curiosity is the attitude that makes it possible. Without curiosity, challenges feel like walls. With curiosity, challenges feel like doors. Imagine looking at a problem and asking, "What is this here to teach me?" Suddenly, the problem becomes an opportunity. Cultivating curiosity also frees you from the heavy need to always be right. Instead of fearing mistakes, you begin to see them as part of the journey. This mindset is deeply connected to growth, because when you are curious, you are never stuck. You are always moving, always opening, always growing. Ask questions, listen carefully, explore ideas, and let your mind remain fresh. Life is not just about reaching an end point. It is about the wonder you carry along the way. And the Stoics remind us that a curious mind is one of the best tools to live fully, to improve steadily, and to see the world with clarity. The Stoics often said that freedom comes through discipline. At first, that may sound strange. Doesn't discipline mean limitation? But think of it this way. When you build discipline, you gain control over yourself, instead of letting impulses control you. Discipline is the habit of choosing what matters most, even when it's not easy. It's waking up early to study. It's choosing calm instead of anger. It's showing up again and again, even when you don't feel like it. This practice creates resilience, the ability to keep going when life is hard. Imagine a tree facing the wind. Without deep roots, it falls. But with roots grown strong through time, it stands firm, no matter how the storm rages. Your discipline is like those roots. Every small practice, every daily choice strengthens you from the inside. The Stoics remind us that we can't control the storm, but we can prepare ourselves to face it. Discipline is not punishment. It's love for your future self. It's saying, I care enough about who I want to become that I will stay committed today. And when you live this way, you discover that resilience is not about never falling. It's about standing back up every single time. Discipline makes you steady. Resilience makes you unbreakable. Together, they help you grow with strength and peace. So the Stoic invitation is clear. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Practice discipline today in small steps. Build resilience through action and let those roots grow deep. This is how you prepare yourself to face whatever life brings without losing your path. The final Stoic principle is about authenticity, living in harmony with your core values. So often, people shape their lives around what others expect or what society celebrates, instead of asking, what do I truly believe in? The Stoics warned against living a borrowed life. They taught that peace and strength come from aligning your actions with your deepest values. What are values? They are the guiding truths inside you: honesty, kindness, courage, patience, wisdom. When your choices follow these truths, your life feels steady and whole. But when you betray them, even if others applaud, you feel empty inside. So ask yourself gently, what values do I want my life to stand on? And then ask, am I living them each day? It doesn't need to be dramatic. Living with values is not about shouting them to the world. It's about the quiet choices you make in private. Choosing honesty when it would be easier to lie. Choosing kindness when you feel tired. Choosing courage when fear whispers to stay small. These choices, repeated, create a life of integrity, and integrity brings peace. At the end of the day, you can rest knowing you lived in line with yourself. That is a freedom no one can take away. The Stoics invite us to stop chasing approval, stop wasting time on endless comparisons, and instead return to the center of our being. Growth and self-improvement are not about becoming someone else. They are about becoming more deeply yourself, authentic, steady, resilient. This is the heart of Stoic wisdom, and the gift I hope you carry with you today.